Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to thank and congratulate Chairman Skelton, Ranking Member McKeon, his predecessor, John McHugh, who's been nominated for Secretary of the Army, and lend my support for H.R. 2647, the Fiscal Year 2010 National Defense Authorization Act. I'd also like to thank Ms. Tauscher, Chairwoman of the Strategic Forces Subcommittee. She has provided a strong and thoughtful voice on national security issues. I wish her the very best in her new position as Undersecretary of State for Arms Control and International Security. This bill contains sound, bipartisan provisions that provide key capabilities to our warfighters, strengthens our nation's strategic forces, and sustains the intellectual capital supporting our national security infrastructure. The National Nuclear Security Administration is provided with the flexibility necessary to increase the long-term reliability, safety, security of our nuclear weapons stockpile. I was disappointed, however, that the bill implements the administration's missile defense cut of $1.2 billion. Given North Korea's widely publicized nuclear missile tests and missile launches, not to mention Iran's recent missile tests, cuts in missile defense challenge common sense. I cannot reconcile why the administration has decided to decrease missile defense funding while daily news reports, substantiated by our own intelligence agencies, articulate an increasing missile threat. Despite the current threat posed by North Korea, including reports of a potential ICBM launch, the committee rejected amendments, many that were offered by myself and my colleagues, to restore missile defense funds. This included providing a modest amount of funds to complete a partially constructed missile interceptor field in Alaska, designed to protect the U.S. homeland. Ironically, the bill includes $80 million for dismantling North Korea's missile program. And I don't think anyone actually believes that Kim Jong-il is going to allow the Obama administration to enter North Korea and dismantle its nuclear weapons program. Unfortunately, the administration's $1.2 billion cut has set up false choices between protection of the United States homeland and protection of our forward deployed troops and allies. Both are necessary, and both could have been adequately funded without such deep cuts. I am, however, pleased this bill included key provisions of the bipartisan NATO First bill that my colleague Mr. Marshall and I introduced to fortify Americans' transatlantic security links with our European allies. I want to thank the Chairman for his efforts including these provisions into this bill. And lastly, I would like to thank Jane Harmon and Joe Wilson and Susan Davis for their support and assistance, as this bill includes strong provisions to enhance sexual assault protections for women in uniform. Also, with the Chairman's support, this bill includes provisions that would protect the custody rights of our men and women who are serving. Unbelievably, courts across this country have denied our men and women their custody rights as a result of their absence in serving their country. Secretary Gates have committed to work with this committee, and I look forward to his work on this. I would like to encourage the support for the 2010 National Defense Authorization Act, and I yield back my time.